I call him Bobby Beige.
Bobby Beige.
That's right.
Bobby Brown.
Chris,
New Bobby Brown.
You don't like light-skinned dudes. I'm going to tell you this right
It's
now.
all good. It's 2-1 today.
He calls us waffle-colored Negroes. That's what he calls us.
But he said you have dark skin tendencies.
That's right. Chris Brown got dark skin tendencies.
Yeah,
This guy over here is full-fledged light skin. This is the Drake over here. You and him aren't going to see eye to eye, Chris. Okay?
That's how we going to start.
This is the Drake over here.
I'm a little sensitive right now.
No, but stop. Today's a sad day. Today's a sad day.
Why is today sad?
Yeah.
I saw a media takeout, man. Rihanna's now dating A$AP Rocky. I don't know if you had a chance to see.
Oh, man.
Damn, that hurts.
Did you hope that was a bad April Fool's joke?
Man, that hurts.
It sucks that you had to find out that way on media takeout.
I know, man. They got all the juice. They got the little chopsticks and all that with the box.
Do you think about stuff like that when you know your old lady's out on tour? She's like, she is out on tour with the
Hey,
tour, lady.
honestly, I do. I ain't even go front. I'm just a regular guy, so I'd be like, man, I hope ain't nobody hitting that. I hope ain't nobody getting that right now.
So how do you check though when you do
You
get
gotta
with her? How
Skype.
do you know if
You
somebody's
call
been in
them,
there?
but you can't be you can't be the boyfriend that's like, yo, what you doing? Where you at? All right, cool. Call me when you get to the room. No. I can't be like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, you kind of got to put that trust out there and hope nothing happens.
Do you guys Skype a lot?
Yeah, on the iPhone most of the time though. It's not like the computer Skype. I be thinking it's gonna get hacked.
The iPhone
and I'm
could
really
get
gonna
hacked
have
too.
some problems.
She ever make you scan the room?
Oh no.
Get up under that bed, make sure crew chain under it.
we ain't did that yet, so I was like, nah. Hopefully she don't be like, yeah, show me the room. Nah.
Now, thank you for the song "Fine China" that you
Oh,
put out.
thank you. I
Tough tune.
appreciate
Very
She's
fresh.
Asian. That's why she likes it so much. She's Asian. She was like, that song's about me. No, it wasn't.
That could have caused some controversy, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it was fun. Good
You've always
process.
had the Michael Jackson comparisons, but this record's really channeling Michael.
Yeah, I wanted to do something more original as far as like music and like with the bass lines and then more live instruments. I wanted to kind of put that out and just try something different than I usually kind of go to instead of singing about big, the whole nine.
Michael Jackson's granddaddy produced the record or something, right?
Not his granddaddy.
What happened?
What was Michael
story?
Jackson
He
granddaddy?
just made that whole.
No. It's
Michael Jackson
Rockstar and
granddaddy.
PK Rockstar. I guess in one of the interviews, he said, "Yeah, man, I already told him the story. It was cold." But he was telling me about because he used to date one of the Jacksons. One of the daughters. One of the daughters. So it's some weird story, but The record itself was produced by Rockstar, Eric Billinger, myself, and PK. So.
And the video is an homage to Michael Jackson as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you co-directed it?
Yeah, I co-directed this one with Savon White. He actually did Stomp the Yard, so I really wanted to test the waters with like a more established director and try to see what I could bring cinematically to it. So it's pretty dope.
Does it bother you when you put out a fresh record, you put out a dope video, but then it seems like you got to go on these apology tours?
You know what? For me, it's just like like especially for like the mainstream media, it's like funny because that's what they focus on the most. And I'd be like, okay, and they'll tell you right before every time, yo. So yeah, we're talking about the album, gonna promote it, single, video, to how you directed it, boom, boom, boom. Then as soon as the camera cut on, so back to 2009. and I'm like, I'm so ready for it at this point. It's just like, all right,
when
bro,
does it
cool.
stop though? When is it just like, you know what, F this?
I mean, I done said F this a lot of times, a gang of times, and they kind of went the wrong way.
Made it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
made it
yeah.
worse. So, I think for me, it's just being like, yo, I'm cool. Smoke a blunt, don't care.
But my thing is, Rihanna's forgiving the situation, so it's like your fans seem to have moved on, but then there's people who still boo you at the Knicks games, or Matt Law bring up, would you ever do it again? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I gotta just take that on the chin, man. I can't expect everybody to like me. Like even at the Knicks games, I just smile. The one thing they don't like to see you do is smile. So
Absolutely.
You can boo all day, but I'm rich.
When did you get to that part? When did you get to
I'm
that part
happy.
when you can smile? When did you get to that point where you can smile? Like, what made you say, you know what, I don't gotta act up, I ain't gotta wild out, but I could just laugh about it? Like, what was that?
Rihanna gave him some again.
Stupid, but definitely, I think my friends, man. At the end of the day, I started seeing, I didn't want the image of who I am and all the people that I hang around to, affect everything that I'm doing. So whether it be us at the ballet or whatever we doing, I don't want to always portray that image as I'm trying to be tough. Like I'm not sitting there trying to be hood. I'm not trying to be gangster. None of that. I'm just trying to live my life. But sometimes mistakes and obstacles get in the way where you got to be like, hey man, I'm a little aggravated. So I can't expect myself to always, be the peachiest guy.
But when that point comes, when it's like being a man and being an artist, like you know, like we seen the video, you get in your car and somebody's talking trash.
Yeah.
As anybody of us, we gonna talk trash back because it's Chris Brown. It's like, oh my gosh, why don't you just leave? Like, when does it get to the point where like, yo, I'm a man at the end of the day?
For me, it's like it's journalism, man. Like at the end of the day, I have to just come to the fact that that's what it is. It's not like it's people's job, so they gotta eat, they gotta do what they do. 9 times out of 10, them saying Chris Brown painted a mural for charity ain't gonna get him as much as, hey yo, Chris Brown just went down the street and cussed out everybody. You know, it's not as exciting. So unfortunately, negativity prevails most of the time. So you know, I'm just trying more so to be more positive and show the good side.
But you can't make their job easy though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The media will use you as a punching bag.
I did it for a while. I made it.
You made it
super
easy. Yeah, you made it easy.
I was just like the, you know, and it's sort of like how what Justin Bieber's going through right now.
That's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up.
Because you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, because he's acting like a little Chris Brown a little bit.
You know what it is? I think with him, it's just, you know, it's a case of how I feel. You know, it's being young, having limitless amount of, you know, income to whatever you want to do as a young guy, and then all at the same time, you know, you don't have nobody that's gonna say, hey, bro, you look whack right now, or you doing this, or you doing that. You know, for me, I had the people that said it, and you know, it got through eventually. But you know, I think right now, I mean, his team is wonderful.
Charlamagne blames it on Lil Twist. Charlamagne says all.
No, I don't blame it on just Twist. I blame it on all them little niggas.
But you know what I feel like? I feel like the mainstream media, and I don't care. I ain't in it, but this is my only thing I'm gonna say about it. I just feel like they're gonna target the little black boys around him and say, hey, so this is why he's doing it.
Right.
I'm damn sure glad I ain't want around, because they was like, yeah, well, you know, you learned from Chris
Definitely
Brown.
would have said Chris did.
I did my song, and I was like, cool, man, great success. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, I pray for him. I pray for myself. I think we both, you know, go through it because we're, you know, great artists. And he's a big artist to his fans and everybody. You know, he's like baby Elvis out here.
Right,
so
I told Justin a year and a half ago that shit was gonna happen. I said, if you keep hanging around these Negroes,
All right.
didn't I say that
Stop
though?
that, stop.
I
Was
told him, you keep hanging around these Negroes.
Now, Chris,
you're gonna get in trouble.
was there ever a time that you thought that you weren't able to make a comeback? You were like, this is going to be too difficult. I don't know if people are going to accept me again. Did you ever feel like that?
Well, you know, I always doubted. I went through like a little depression part, but I think like the first 2 years, like when I really couldn't get radio spins, or like, you know, people weren't trying to buy my records on iTunes, or really trying to, even my albums was tanking. I was like, dang, I don't think it's gonna happen for me. I'm only 22, 21. Dang, I want to see what I'm about to go try out for the Knicks or something. Let me go try to play basketball. But you know, I just prayed on it, stay humble, got with my family, you know, and really just focused on me, man, and the best thing that I could do, you know, go in the studio and just let it out in the studio.
Last year, you totally weren't doing any press. You were like, I'm taking 2012 off.
Yeah.
I'm just concentrating on doing my shows. And now you're like, okay, I'm ready to come out. And you're answering every question that people are asking you. And you're really being straightforward about it.
Yeah, I think before it was all, you know, formulated. And now I really kind of run my schedule of how I want to do stuff. So it's not like, you know, when you're 17, 18, you do an interview. Yeah, man. So, you know, I'm Chris Brown.
With the blue bow tie on and the blue sweater.
It's not none of that. Like, I'm cool. Like, I can answer a question because I'm comfortable with myself. Like, I don't have to be, you know, ashamed of anything. So
now, how do you do these interviews with a lot of hosts that, you know, during that time and during the last couple of years were going at you, you know, like Charlamagne? Because, you know, there was a time when Charlamagne was getting at you.
All mine was factual, though.
But what people
factual.
don't know is Charlamagne got at me the first interview we ever did. So from there, it only made me
like, I really don't like
respect
this
it. Because
dude.
you know, when somebody either hate on you or whatever, not saying you hate it, but whatever the case.
I hate something. But you know,
but you tend to watch more. Like, you be like, okay, what he saying now? So let me watch, and then you know, you become a fan. Pause. So, you know, at the end of the day,
you don't gotta pause that. I'm a fan of you too.
All right, brother.
Oh my
God,
black and light.
I see now.
That's Drake over there. I'm telling you. You got a bottle? You want to throw some bottles at this guy?
I'm a shoe. Go ahead.
But yeah, you know, for me, I just think it's just, you know, a learning process in everything I'm doing.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. So let's talk about polygamy, man.
Oh, stop it.
No,
Chris Brown did pull off some amazing things.
Amazing.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Yes.
From the outside looking in. I said, how is he doing this?
No question, you got one of the baddest chicks in the game, if not the baddest. You know, Karrueche's fly too, but at what point did you have to tell her she was just a rebound chick?
Oh boy.
You know what it was?
Time to go back home.
You know what? One thing about, you know, with me and Karrueche, like, she was my friend through it all. You know what I'm saying? So it was a friendship more than, you know, a relationship. Yeah, I still love her, but at the end of the day, it's like I got love for her. Like, I'm always gonna be. She always gonna be my homie. So it's like I just broke it to her like, look, I'm still in love with this person. You know, I love you, but it's just hard for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to be honest. I couldn't lie anymore.
I know she thought to herself, she shouldn't have let Riri back in.
Now, but from
Riri never got pushed out.
But
Riri
from
was always
Rihanna's
there.
point of view, isn't she like, I don't want you to be friends with her anymore because that's who you dated when we broke up, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But for me, it's more like, yo, you just gotta understand at a situation in my life at a point where you know. We weren't together. Like she took care of
you at your lowest point.
You know, at my lowest point, like she just was there to feel, you know, and really take care of me. So I can't never just be like, all right, get out of here. Like that, I would feel cheap to myself.
She was a good rebound.
Now, does it bother you that Charlamagne hung out with Rihanna one night and let her pay for his cab and everything?
Nah,
I felt
She's
like
a multimillionaire. Why should I?
Let her pay for your cab.
Why would I pay
That
for
is
car
very
service?
I'm gonna be like, yo, you got the car service tonight? Oh, cool, all right, cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, babe, can
She
I
put
use
him-
your credit card? We finna go to the mall right
They
now.
didn't go that far. She put his ass in the cab and said, go back home.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Oh,
that far. I'm going to see Chris.
a whole bunch of them were at the club, and Charlamagne was ready to go, and she
Turn
said,
up.
"You need cab money." And
And
he actually
this
took
little
cab
girl
money.
took it.
That's how you
No,
have to.
I didn't ask for cab money. She gave me cab money. She offered it.
Exactly. Offered. Do your thing.
I'm gonna tell you when I got a newfound respect for Chris when it was Christmas. He was sitting courtside with Rihanna. I said,
Yeah.
that's what he's supposed to do. Be with your main chick on the holiday. Meanwhile, the side chick is tweeting,
Oh,
one
my
day you
goodness.
gonna get yours, or Mama's gonna come back to get you, or
man.
something.
Oh, man.
I said, Chris is doing the right thing out here, man.
I'm trying, man.
Now, there was an incident, I guess TMZ reported that I think you were coming back from Bermuda,
Yeah.
and your security got off, and they said that you guys jumped your security.
Nah, that didn't happen.
Is there one of them big guys out there now?
Nah, Pat with us, he with us. So everybody think I fired my security. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Amongst like men, sometimes men aren't always, you know, civil, and we talk, we get loud, we say how we feel. You know,
It
we,
happens
we,
in this room a lot.
yeah. So we don't fight. You know, it's family. So everybody's a brother. So ain't nobody ever getting fired or, you know.
You
He
ain't
didn't
run
get
like-
kicked off the plane.
No.
okay.
No, it was a little situation, but it won't nothing serious as far as oh my God, they're just dysfunctional. No, I just
You
like
didn't run like Charlamagne did. You seen the video of Charlamagne running? Wasn't like that.
Well, Big Pat is as big. Big Pat is as big as four guys.
I seen the video. Honestly, I was like, yo, bro, where was his people? Where was y'all?
It's 5 o'clock in the
I was
morning.
upstairs at work. I was up
Wait,
there.
me?
All right.
I was supposed to
I was
do
up
something?
No, not you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
telling you,
He walked him
I
all alone.
really came back
What?
down. Like,
No, we
all right.
came back down.
They
Oh,
did,
no,
because
we
I was
came-
walking in. They came down with
Oh,
two
yeah.
baseball
We came back
bats.
down. But that's a great example. It's like sometimes you have to walk or run away from problems.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot. I got a lot to lose. You got even more to lose than me.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just have to avoid those situations,
Yeah.
Chris.
I know I do.
Frank Ocean flirt with you. You can't jump on him.
Whoa.
You got. That's not what happened.
Nah, not at all.
Frank didn't flirt with you, and you.
Nah, not at all.
No, he didn't flirt with a man.
I thought that was the story.
No.
Don't fall for this entrapment, Chris.
Nah, not me.
Stupid.
You and Frank good now, or you just?
Nah, I'm cool. I mean, I let them do their music, man. I don't get in their way. They don't get in my way. And you know, it ain't R&B beef. I don't go around. I don't do that. I handle what I do.
You got to run away from the problem.
Yeah,
It's
man.
cool.
Run away.
Get
Why do
away
you gotta
from
make
them
it sound
guys,
like
man.
that?
Any guy that you know that's gonna cause you to possibly have a problem, get away from him.
Absolutely.
I don't talk to after 5 o'clock, Chris.
You shouldn't.
No,
Oh, man.
Now, I have to commend you for not being messy in these streets. I don't hear a lot of Chris Brown groupie stories. I've only
Yeah.
seen like one penis picture in all
Oh,
this time
yeah.
that you've been.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
See, that was some light skin stuff right there.
Man,
Light skin dudes
only
do
light
that.
skin dudes do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
That's where you wake up and be like, I'm tripping. Yeah,
Do you know where that came from? Like who you sent it to?
Yeah, you know where it
I
came
know where
from.
it came from. Yeah, she know who she is.
Man, so do you hit her up mad or do you just
Nah,
let
you
it
know, at the end of the day, it's like, cool, man. I mean, they done seen everything else. Might as well seen
see
penis.
my balls?
What do you do when you see two of your old chicks in pictures together, like Dre and Karucha? You ever think they're discussing the size of
No,
their
I
penis?
say yes. That's all I say. You know, at me, I welcome that. You know, the camaraderie is welcome with me. Like, I don't ever want none of my girls to hate on each other or none of them to be like, yo, whatever, let's join up. F him. Nah, it's never like that. Like, anybody I've ever had a relationship with or something, they always can be my friend. And when they see me, it's love. It's not like, oh, I hate him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that bad.
Now, there was also rumors that you and Jay-Z never got along, that he tried to box you out at certain things, and that you guys just weren't cool.
Nah, I don't know. He got too much money for that, I think. I think he ain't focused on me. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Did you ever had to make calls to the OG or have an OG like Boo reach out and be like, look, man, let my guy live a little bit?
Nah, I done called Jay Brown a couple times. We done had some talks. I just keep it 100.
Right. I mean, but I'm sure to you it's understandable. He's concerned about his artist who he also signed at a very young age. So
Absolutely.
I think anybody around her probably was.
Nah, I
concerned.
get it. But, you know, a man got to show his chest sometimes and say, all right, cool, I get you, but I'm still a man.
Now, the Law and Order episode that came out. Did you see that?
I didn't even watch it, honestly, because I said, should I watch it? Nah, I ain't gonna, because I know my ass. I get right on Twitter and, you mother, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do none of that. So I was just like, I ain't gonna watch it.
I didn't watch it because I didn't care. I was like, it's 4 years late.
Yeah, it's like come on, like
late.
y'all reaching right now for ratings. Like y'all could have just got me to play a crackhead on the show or something, and I would have been killing that role, and y'all would have got twice the ratings. Trust me.
Now, it was a point in time. Now, you was losing a lot of weight, and everybody was saying you was on drugs.
That was that.
Speaking of
You know what it was, honestly, and that's the worst time. I'm like, man, what the hell I gotta do? Eat 10 steaks a day? you know what it was? I was on tour, so when we went overseas, you know, we were eating healthy. I had nutrition and everybody on the tour. But when I do shows, I do shows. Like when I'm on stage, I'm out for 2 hours dancing, nonstop dancing. So through that, all the muscle goes away. You just get straight. No body fat, all swimmer weight. I look like a swimmer, like so.
Like cardio. You do cardio all day and
yeah,
night.
so that's what it is. Like I got high cheekbones. They be like, "Oh, you look sick," but you know, I was looking at some pictures. I was like, "Man, they got the angle on that one. I look a little dead in that." I said, "I need to go ahead and go to some sun classes."
And then probably the blonde hair and everything. That also.
Yeah, you know, I try to do some weird stuff sometimes. Purple hair, all that.
Do you think it's gonna ever get to a point with you where it's just all about the music?
Nah, not no more. Like at first I thought it was gonna be like, but I think people love that. You know, they love poking, they love finding out what is what. You know, it's a mystery. It's a game. You know, to people, it's actually like a TV show without having the cameras on. So
I think you should embrace the bad boy image, man.
I mean, I'm myself, so I mean, I don't want to say bad boy because I don't want to be the dude that can't go places because they're like, oh, he's gonna bring too many goons or he gonna do that. Nah, I'm just me. So as a man, I demand respect and I give respect. So
but even on the RIP remix, you still
you know, I'm still gonna say what I
nice
gotta
little
say.
shot right there.
I'm a basketball player. I hit threes all day.
You say started from the bottom. If you started from the bottom and you're a bottom, come out the closet.
He does not say all of that.
See, look, hey,
That's not what he said.
Twist
three
on
more
you.
bars.
3 more bars. Yeah, a couple more bars. Just a couple more bars.
Yeah, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't even hash on whatever. You know, dudes can say whatever. I'm not a rapper. You know, so whenever I get on a record, I'm just gonna say what I want. Like, who gonna beat me up?
Now you said you don't see eye to eye with the pretty albino girl, as I call him.
Drake.
Yeah. Why is that? What about his vibe makes you not with him? Because I never met him and I don't like him.
No, that's funny.
know.
I mean, nah, honestly, I think he's just a cool dude as far as musically. Like, I think he can actually, he's a famous writer. See, my phone going off right now.
Is that Karuche's picture?
Nah.
Nigga stupid, yo.
Nah, but as far as, I mean, I don't even, you know, it's not even a thought. Like, you know, it's you know, people just don't like certain people. And he don't like me, I don't like him.
Now, you mentioned before that you do box and you would be open to
Of course.
give him 5 minutes.
Yeah, he could have got 5 minutes. Especially for the money they was talking about. I was like, you should have just took the 5 for the L.
For the L.
So you already
That
know.
would have been dope. The waffle colored wall.
The waffle color war.
The battle of the beige.
Getting all that. He could have had all that.
Who is the person that reins you in sometimes when you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, and you're getting aggravated because people are poking at you? Who is the first person that's going to hit you up and be like, all right, Chris, you got to chill?
My homies. Because we probably going to be sitting down. They going to be like, all right, man, you wildin'. Don't worry about that one person when you got 12 million followers. Like, you know what I'm saying? So most of the time, you know, I'm reserved. I even get off my Twitter now. Like, I'll have it and have my people, you know, post certain stuff. But then, you know, it's me when I post, like, little things here and there, like my art or different things. But, you know, I try to keep it as reserved as possible because I don't, you know, I don't even want them to, I don't want to be that accessible. You know, I think at that point you start to be general. Like, you become general population after that. When people feel like, oh, yeah, I can say anything to him. He's going to say something back to me. Or, you know, I can
And plus, they know they can get you angry in your reply to
Get you
that, so
riled
they're
up,
going to try to
absolutely.
do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Michael Jackson would ever have had a Twitter, but do you think that's a necessary evil in this day and age?
I think with Michael, he wouldn't even done it anyway. But for me, I think nowadays, because of everything that, you know, is going on with new media, everything, we got YouTube, World Star, you have to be attainable at some point, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you always have to give them great music. So I always keep something coming. Like if they don't have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
all right, put out this little record for the mixtape, or put out this. You know, I always try to, you know, fill my audience with something.
Now, overseas, they said that they were trying to arrest you for allegedly smoking weed on
Yeah.
stage. Now, what happened with that incident?
So there's a thing I did on my whole tour, right? It's called Smoke Out the Brain,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a part of the show where it goes to a collage of all the songs that talk about weed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows I got medical cards, smoke marijuana. So, so at the end of the
Get rid
day,
of that stress.
you have to some days. Shouts out to Snoop and Wiz. All right, but you know, for me, I don't smoke it on stage. You know, it's a fake, like, you know how they got the pre-rolled like
Right.
tobacco. So, you know, every show I fake it, and I, you know, now that they gave the secret away, you know, I'm
What's the point of that? Smoke the weed, Chris.
in certain city, Amsterdam, I definitely did.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But like LA, definitely. But as far as like the places where I could get in trouble, I avoid it. You know. But you know what it was? It was the press over there that made the big fuss about the whole thing. Everything else was cool. It was just the press. So it made it seem like it was a situation, but it was nothing.
Now you're 23. You're back with Riri. Do you want to be in a committed relationship? 'Cause you got a lot of more box to bang. I mean, I'm saying the best is yet to come.
Man, you know, I think I've done a lot of that. You know, and I'll be honest, from me being on the game.
That's right. Tell them.
At 15, like, I've had my fun. You know,
You
what
won't
I'm
be
saying?
like Charlamagne.
I mean, you know, I
Listen,
live
when I was
vicariously
younger, I
through
was ugly. I was
Charlamagne.
very
You don't want
ugly.
to, you don't,
I've
because you
always
haven't
grew
seen
up
some of those
ugly.
girls.
And now I'm just taking advantage of all the girls I couldn't have when I was younger.
There
It's
you
all
go.
good.
But there's
Do your
rumors that
thing.
you guys are getting married this summer. That was put out there.
I'm scared of that word. I kind of like.
Me
But
too.
I'm sure you guys talk.
I'll
I'm
be
sure you.
honest, I'm young. I don't know.
Tell
But I'm
Legalize
sure you guys
polygamy. I'm
talk
not
about
getting married.
marriage because she would be a great candidate.
We talk about like
That's the love of your life. though.
videos and you know who hot, what songs is dope.
What's the craziest place you and Rihanna had sex?
Whoa.
Don't worry about his own. Only a light-skinned guy would ask another light-skinned guy something like
I'm
that.
trying to fantasize right now. Tell me right now where the hell I was at.
That was awkward, Emmy. How could you ask that?
Why? I'm just curious.
That's so disrespectful.
Marriage? What's the craziest place?
Gosh,
How do you go from marriage to what's the craziest place you had
Because
sex?
that's I get guys and he light skinned, so yeah, I would have
Yeah.
said the same thing. It's
See?
a light skin thing.
Did you ever worry about when you was dating Karrueche, you was making her a little too hot? Like, you know, I didn't hear about it before you started dating, and now she might get a reality show, other dudes getting at her.
She's in Wiz Khalifa's video.
Did you sign it and let me get 20% of all that?
Well, you know, the fortunate thing about it is, you know, it tends to happen with any girl I, you know, start to talk to. You know, they always, because they're going to be in the public eye more, you know, more opportunities, and, you know, people want to hear what they got to say. What is it like? What are you doing? You know, so, I mean, all the best to her. You know, we still got a clothing line together, and she's doing her stuff, so. Like, as far as everything, I only want her to progress. Like, I don't want to stop her blessings. As long as she ain't out here looking thirsty, I don't,
Right.
you know, because as far as the girls that I choose to be with, I don't think they're as thirsty, you know?
Would you have a problem with her dating another artist? Like, if you found if you saw her and Drake on the
I
blog,
mean,
right
yeah, that would be like a little close for home. At the end of the day, I think it should be like a respect boundary. Like, you know, if you going athlete or whatever you doing, that's different. But like, don't do nothing. Don't in my backyard. Like, you feel me?
True.
Now, you also have your own artist signed to you as well. We had Seven up here recently. She's fantastic. Love her.
Yep.
And we also had Kevin McCall up here as well.
K-Mac.
Yeah, so what are the plans for that? Like, you have your label situation. What are the other artists that you
What's
work with?
the little dude's name you had back in the day? You still have him?
Scooter.
You
What
still got
happened with me with Scooter, man? It was we were all set to go, got the album ready, and you know the Rihanna incident happened. So everything kind of went away because I couldn't be the face to put him out there.
Right.
You know, so I just told him, I said, man, go back to school, get your education. I gave him some money.
Wow.
You know, make sure. And he's in school. He play football. He a little buff little dude now, so you know, all the best. He's still family, so and he's still trying to pursue his career. But I want him to, you know, really get his education. So I got that started. You know, my other artist I have an alternative group called Ugly, UGLY, Under Greatness Lies You. Sabrina Antoinette, she's like pop rock. Then Seven, of course, Joel James and K-Mac. So we just starting up our regime, and I always put my artists through like a 2-year or a year, you know, artist development process. The stuff that I went through before I came out, you know, just so they ready for it and everything they do, and like running on the treadmill, singing, everything they got to do just to, you know, be prepared. You know.
What would be I don't know if it's the proper word, redemption for Chris Brown after it's all said and done? When the smoke clears, like where would you want to be standing?
Honestly,
Like what would make you feel good about all of this stuff you've been through?
You know what? I think I'm self-pleased, honestly, at myself, just from the person that I've become and who I've changed from. So I think my accomplishments now are just whatever God chooses to give me. Like, whatever happens for me, I'm just happy for whatever can happen. So, you know, me being a director now, me trying to, you know, hopefully me doing some stuff with Spike Lee, me and him are, you know, talking about collabing as directors. But, you know, that's like the dream for me. And then, you know, also being able to paint now. I paint with Romero Brito in Miami the other week, and I was like, yo, bro, like, I'm starting to really paint with real famous painters. So just all my accomplishments and all the stuff that I, you know, did as a child that I can bring to the talent that I have now, I just want them to be brought to light. And just the same kids or anybody that grows up, because I ain't going to be here forever. So, you know, the people that can see it are inspired to do anything they want. Because in my mind, I don't think I have a boundary. There's no fear. It's just like, you know, man, just try it. So,
when you're living in L.A., we seen an incident where the paparazzi was following and chasing you. Crashed.
yeah.
Now, what happened in that incident, and how many cars do you have?
That's a real question.
I got,
everyone wants to know.
That was both.
I
Good
got,
job.
I have,
Good job, Henry.
I have 10 cars.
Name the cars. I want to know.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have
Okay.
Mustang, GT, supercharged, and then I have Range Rover. What's the supercharged? The Porsche was totaled. I'm about to give me a new one. So that was one. I have 2 Lamborghini Aventadors.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry's wet now.
Yeah,
Henry's
He's
buzzing.
so wet, so
My
wet,
nipples a little
yeah.
hard. I got two of them.
I have a Corvette. I have, I'm trying to think,
Viper.
another Lamborghini, yeah, a Gallardo, my original one. A Viper.
That's
How
a
many
shame
is
when you
that?
got so many cars, you don't remember how
Because
many
some of
cars
them in
you have.
Virginia, like I like my mom's drive them. So then I got one other truck. Yeah. So that's about
Do you-
7, 8.
Do you go home a lot? Because it seemed like, you know, you seem like a very real dude. Like, you don't think L.A. sometimes pushes you and puts you in situations you don't need to be in, so you got to go home for the
Oh,
escape?
it always does. You know, L.A. is L.A. So, but, you know, I think for me, I go home as much as I can. But for a minute, I'll be honest, when I was in Virginia, I was stationed there for like 8 months, 9 months doing all that community service. So it's just like, man, I couldn't take a break from Virginia for a little while. let me get up out of there.
They
for
had
a
you
little
picking
while.
up trash. No,
Bruh, it was really the works. Like, I was like, cool. I did every bit of that. So I was like, all right. We'll
yeah, they
figure
said
it
you
out.
ain't do it at one time. They said you
but
doctored the numbers.
You know, and I don't even want to talk. I got court coming up this week, but for me, it's just like I know what I did. You know, I did my 52-week program. It's just, it feels like it's just a prolonging situation. It's like they want to just keep me where I'm at. They don't want me to get out probation, or they don't want me to, you know, because after I'm done, I'm technically supposed to be off. You know what I'm saying? So I just think at this point, it's just, you know, a tactic of just holding me by the you know.
Well, I mean, you the media's punching bag right now. That's why you should encourage Justin Bieber to get in more trouble. So the niggas start focusing on him and then get off you. Now you know that's how it works. You only the punching bag till somebody else comes up and starts being the the media scapegoat.
They gonna come right back to me. They gonna come right back. Oh, so what's Chris doing again? Let's go poke at him again.
Did you make any big plans for your birthday coming up?
I didn't. I want to really do like a phone party though, like a real bikini phone party.
That sounds like it.
23-year-old, everything must go. Phone
Everything
party.
must go.
Everything else sounds cool except for the foam. That sounds a little light skinned. I like
No, see that the
Oh,
foam is
boy.
for the mixed races of the women. So
Oh,
they're gonna
gotcha.
be there. See, the foam gives you a different envision. You ever seen suds drip off a body? Yeah.
Chris, now I have to say, I mean,
what kind
are
of
you
plan
allowed
do you
to
and
do
Rihanna
this?
got? Like, does she know?
I
you
mean,
young
I can look. I'm looking.
Okay.
It's a party. I'm living vicariously through you. That's why I'm
So can she
inviting
have
you.
a-
You come through, say what's up.
Can she have a phone party with a bunch of guys?
This is Flavor. This is Pearl. And this is,
Gotcha.
her name is Sugar.
Because you got some chicks who be like, look, I know you're going to do it anyway, but just don't do it in front of me. Don't get caught.
Nah, I kind of keep my thing in my pants. Now I'm more of a respectable dude. And temptation is crazy, but you know, as far as I think the risking of losing whatever it is even worse.
Do you believe in monogamy, like you could be with one person for the rest of your life?
Yeah,
Don't tell
I'm
that
getting
lie,
there.
man.
I'm getting there. As men, we're gonna tell you that right now. And this is the
Get there, Chris.
minutes
Get there,
right
Chris.
now.
That's right.
As
I'm
men,
there, Chris.
we're
Don't-
gonna always
All right.
say,
Well, 2.5,
hell yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Hell yeah. But for me, I already had 2 girls at one point, so it's like kind of like me contradicting myself in a way.
But you don't want to lose what you
That
got.
was too
But
much.
I don't want to lose, so definitely.
That was too much work, though. Two girls at
Nah,
once. That wasn't too much work for you. Too much back and forth. Too much arguing.
Why don't they
Too
ever
much
got to
explaining
Nah,
myself.
because it's honest. If you being honest, they what they gonna be mad about.
Who would win in a fight if they ever had to
I
fight?
ain't even gonna let that go down. I'm like, nah, y'all
Please
can't do
no.
that. Y'all too pretty for that.
So you're saying you could potentially get to that point where you could be.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm at that point.
He said he's there now. He said he keeps his whippers
I'm
up in his
just
pants.
saying. I'm just saying.
All right,
It's just hypothetical.
hypothetically speaking, though, they legalized polygamy tomorrow,
Alright.
and you're able to have more than one wife. Would you go tell Ree, all right, Ree, let's just have Creature get a little guest house in the back?
And you still gotta take in consideration like feelings, like the law can say one thing, but you know if they ain't going for it, it ain't happening. At the end of the day, you can try to be Mac Daddy or Smooth Swap. It's not going down.
Now let me ask you
If
this.
they ain't with it, they gonna be like,
Let me ask you this:
Can't
then.
have
So
a threesome
you
unless
were
everybody's
dating.
willing.
exactly.
You were dating two women at one time. Now, what if Rihanna was dating somebody else at the same time she was dating you? You'd have been fine with
if
that?
it was a girl, it'd be cool.
No, if it was another guy.
Nah, I ain't with that. I only one pole over here.
When you were sitting back, was you looking at all the stories like she was dating Matt Kemp and me
Well, she
and
was,
Drake.
I mean.
Did that bother you? at the
Of
time?
course. What do you mean?
He said, of course.
Real talk.
That's the light skin
I
right
was
there.
going through it. I was like, oh nah, this big old baseball doing. Oh man. How
Somebody
much money
said
I
you-
got again? I'm trying to see how much.
Somebody said you took
man.
Meek off a song because of that.
Nah, me and Meek had, our differences, but we squashed them. Me and Meek cool now. We friends and stuff, so.
Do y'all talk like that though? Did
Yeah,
you
I
have
hung
to?
out with him like last week. We was
No, I'm
in
talking
the
about you and Reed. Did you have to tell her your car facts when y'all was apart, and she had to tell you yours?
Like, come clean. What did you
Come
do
clean. I
while
need
we
to
weren't
know.
together?
Of course. Just lay it out on the table. Say whatever it is. For everything.
Damn.
Started
knew there
from
was
the
somebody.
bottom. Started from the bottom. At the bottom.
He thinking
Come
about it
out the
right
closet. When can we expect the album, man?
Man, my album, I'm trying to do it for like July. I don't want to put the album out like right before back to school because that's the worst. You want some Jordans or you want Chris Brown CD? That's never the case. I don't want my fans to ever have to choose or make that decision. So I'll make sure I put it at an affordable price, put the nice records out, and make sure the singles keep coming. So
All right, Fine China. I love that song.
Thank you, boo.
Tough tune. Very
You better
fresh.
come back up here now. None of
well,
that,
see?
no more press
It's
stuff.
painless.
Oh no! See the press that was for them. I had to be ready. I was like, man, I'm not finna go up there and they just hassle me. Not y'all. I'm just talking about
Yeah, us,
mainstream
me.
media. No, we good.
Talking about Charlamagne.
Because I actually was like, okay, when we gonna do Charlamagne show? When we gonna do the the crazy interview? I know they gonna be going. I was like, cool.
They called
Whatever.
Charlamagne 2 years ago. Was like, yo, why don't you just go play basketball with him? Like, Charlamagne's 5'2". He can't play basketball with
Yeah, I
nobody.
like playing
You
basketball.
can't get dunked on by Chris Brown. That's embarrassing.
But we appreciate you stopping
Man,
through.
I appreciate y'all. Thank
Bobby
you so much.
Page.
No, stop
Yes,
it.
we in here.
Stop it. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Power
I'm about to get an S
105.1.
curl tomorrow.
Oh, boy. It's Chris Brown.